we will try to explore how we can create a pivot table. So basically, this is one of the interview question. He asked me how we can create the pivot table with VBA. So for that, just I will go with manually. Later, I can create a pivot table. So just I'm creating. So just go to here insert. After that, we can see this pivot table now. So select from pivot table. So first of all, we need to check what type of pivot table is required. Just take the requirement first thing. So I created this pivot table. After this, I need the country. So it is in row. If you want, you can keep it in column wise as well. So it's need to get the requirement from the who asked this. Later, I want the sales. The sales is in the I will kept as this thing. Okay, now this is my final output. What he expected that thing. Okay, same thing. So I will just remove that. And now I will create this pivot table here. If you want, you can select anywhere of this, activate the cell. After that, go to developers. So this pivot table, once we created this, later we can change the data. So you can go and check this record macro. Click that. After this, let it be. If you want, you can change that name. It's fine, no problem. Just click on that OK. After what you want, you can just do this. So this is my pivot table. So let me insert and pivot table. So I selected this range. By default, it got that range. Just click on that OK. After that, just come to this page. If it is not activated, just come to this page and drag and drop which things you want. For example, I want this country. So just drag and drop this country. So I got all the things. Later, what I need. So I need this sale price. So sales price, I will keep this is in the sum, and later I will go one time this what I will need. So I need the year. So the year I will make it as on the top side. Let I will make it as a filters. Let me take that year. So I will keep this as in the filter. So now if you want, you can select any one of here. For example, I want 1 year. So just this is sales is related to the 2013. If I want multiple, you can select this. So this is just a dummy data which I am doing this. So after the once everything is done, just go to here and stop this macro. So macro has been created. Now just click on this Visual Basics, or you can just click on this macro and you can see this which I created the macro. I mean which I recorded this macro. So if you recorded multiple macros, it will show here, or else if you already existed macros also, it will show there. Later, just click on this edit. Okay, it's recorded all these things where what you did. So from this macro, so we need to identify which things is required and which things is not required. So let me go back to this, and I don't want this sheet. So let me remove this sheet. Okay, and I will rearrange this format and I will make it as pivot table sheet. Okay, now this is completed, and rest of the things we need to do in the backend of this coding. So the first, so what we want to do. So we need to dynamic this data. For example, right now the data is around the 701. Maybe it might be increase or it might be the decrease. So we need to check first of all do that. So this is sheet one select. This is all not required. Okay. And here active workbook. I remove this active workbook. So I make it as this workbook dot. Just make it this workbook. After this source data. So what is my source data? So here I change the source data now. So just I make it as this pivot table here. And you can see this R1 RC1. So this is starting from R1 C1 and ending with this R this data. So PQ, let me go here 701. Okay, 701 and C16. So ended with at C16. So this is C16 and ended with the 701. So all the data is available here. So now what we need to do? So we need to make it this as a dynamic. Okay, for that what I will do? So I will just do this one. This workbook dot sheets of. So data is available in sheet one. No? Sheet one dot user range. So I will make this as user range. Let me change this to user range. We'll check whether it will work or not. We need to check that. So after this, just created a pivot table and destination where you want to the destination. The destination is this one, pivot sheet table. So just change this destination. After this, everything, if you want, you can create this pivot table as if wish, or else leave it as blank. So let me do first whether it will work fine or not. Before that, I need to delete this entire the data here. If you not delete, it will throw the error again. So it having the invalid procedure call argument. So it's having some issue with it. So we need to rectify that issue. What is that error occurring? So let me stop this coding and need to see what I missed here. The error occurs because of this thing. So I observed one thing here. It should be not be any space here. So let me remove that space and I will make it as here some down scroll. Let me change here then. Let me change pivot table sheet and running this. We'll see what is error exam. Okay, now there is no error occurs. So if I run the same thing, let me check whether it will created that or not. So it's throwing that error because already some pivot table is available here. So for that, what we need to do now, so we need to clear that existing pivot table. This work it's off. So I need to take the pivot table sheet dot useful range of. So what it will do now, it will just clear that particular sheet. Or else if you want to go with another one, user this workbook dot sheets of sheet one dot clear. That's it. So anything is fine. You can do whatever it may be flexibility. So this is done. After that, we need to activate this particular sheet. So once you activated that particular sheet, then only we can able to do some activities. Take this one and make it here dot activate. So activate or select both are same. And now here we need to see here something or which is not required. So I will just remove this entire the stuff. So which I feel this is not required. So I'm just removing this directly. So I removed that. Now again you can see this pivot table 3 which is I created here. If you want you can change that thing. And later I want this country. Now country should be in the row wise, so that's why you make it as here country. For example, if in case future in future, so here the country is there, but here it will change, make it as capital C or small c. So that time when you try to run you will got that error. So to try, I mean to avoid that error, what we are doing now, just I will make it as this book dot sheets of. Just assume that this data is standard, but might be the uh, inside of the value, cell value might be changed to some small or capital. So we don't know, or they will give country one like that. So to avoid those type of errors, so you take this dynamic thing. So let me pass this here. This workbook dot sheets of. This is a sheet one. Sheet one dot range of, that is cell is B2 value dot value. And next we can, this is not required. So when you're doing something it will get some xyz, so we need to remove this unnecessary stuff. So after this, what it having active workbook private table. So here active sheet is here now. Instead of that active sheet, so you can take this workbook sheets of pivot table, it's fine, or let it be, it will work. And next, what is the things here, the sum of the sales price, this is looks good, this is not required. And next, this is the page orientation and we selected the year. After that we selected the page, and just after that we did something now. So like year, changing that year 2020, sorry 2024 to 2013, like that change now. So those steps are recorded here. So if you want you can keep it like this, as else you can remove this. So for me here these things is not required, 2004. So I want to just visible all the things. Let me check here what are the data is appearing here. So it's created after it's activated that thing, and just created the pivot cache after, and it throw that some error here. This pubbook dot sheets of sheet one. V2 value, it's correct only. Let me check whether, okay, one extra bracket is missing. Let me check when the data is coming on at first time. Okay, data is coming. Okay, we need to update as B1. So it's created that data, and now we can see all the things are creating. So here till this is fine, and I created this all. After this steps is not required. So this is my requirement. So if it is required, you can make it that change. So let me remove. So this is a finally my code. Let me run one more time. So it's created that particular row levels, and later it will create the sum of the sales price, and later it will give this my data. So here years I selected as the all years. For example, tomorrow it might be some requirement got, and we need to change some data. No, so just selected visible that things already when you recorded the data, it's appeared here. So just change that, modified that data, it will work. So here also I make it as a dynamic value. Sometimes maybe in future it might be change country to some other different name. They will changing the data, no? So to avoid that time errors also, we can do that. If you want, I can show you right away. So just I will make it as some XYZ name. So they change it to XYZ name. It will run. It will throw that error. So what it will throw that error? It's saying that pivot field property not property of that class because it got changed. So there is no XYZ value in that particular data. Let me back it. Now it will work. So after that, yeah, this is a small thing what you want to. So before when you are creating that pivot table, only the thing is the customer or client how they are expecting this pivot table. So check with them and analyze this pivot table how they are expecting. And sometimes if you see here, they want to see this. For example, they are currently running in the 2014. Then on the top side filter with the 2014. If they are in the 2015, then they are asking for the 2015 data, and similar way, just assume that we have these dates. Just assume that we have the dates. So, for example, they are asking the data should be filtered with today's date. Okay, for example, if today's date is something XYZ, then data should be available for the only XYZ data. So, the requirement is vary from client to client. So, make sure that the first step is just clarify the requirement, what they are expecting. Later, you can create that pivot table. So this is a small snippet of code how we can create this pivot table. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more like it, make sure to hit that like button, share with your friends, subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to turn off notifications so you never miss an upload.